Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast. I'm your host, ImperialDane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off here to a 2 vs 2 on Stadtschutt. And it's a special birthday episode since, well, it's my birthday today, and it features me. So yeah, 2 vs 2 in the south, it is Slayer and me, ImperialDane, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Panzer Force in the north, it is MotoMoto and Backstage, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. The 6th Armored Division here with Urban Assault, Infantry, Airborne. And we got Infantry here for Backstage, leaving MotoMoto with Urban Assault, Airborne. Mostly Infantry with a Machine Gun Attack and Pathfinder. Slayer here with Overwatch, Fortifications, and Breakthrough with Infantry, McKenref. And I've got Encirclement, featuring Ambush Training, Stormtroopers, Break Supply Line, Breakthrough, and Close the Pocket. With the half-tank and Panther bulletins here. In the northwest, we've got Slayer moving forward there for Deutschland. In the south, it's moving ahead with Pioneers, Grenadiers, and the MDE-42. In the far east there, Backstage with Rears and Dub Rifle and MotoMoto with Dub Rifle as well. And he's got, of course, defensive structures, mortar half-attacks, light machine guns, time and target artillery barrages, and the Priest. Bit of skirmish with Sturmpanzer variations, rather got full force of Sturmpanzer back off since they're to try and close in, they get shot to bits before they do any damage. Kuban rushing in there for Slayer. I'm moving up towards the center in this case. I can move into support. I'm expecting a direct push towards the American fuel point anyways to not end well, so rather be able to assist my team around the center. I find it's a much better move. Can get some extra edges in there, then can also maybe free them up to make some pushes elsewhere further. Pioneers went to the south here, 2nd Grenadiers go on the way there for me. Bit of light skirmish here, Grenadiers versus Rifle Squad. MD-42 holding back here in the east. We got the Pioneers being pushed back to Rifle Squad, so quick retreat there. No point in trying to fight that engagement with the Pioneers anyways. They just get slaughtered, which is just a waste of manpower. Up here though, Pioneers holding up to Rifle Squad, allowing Slayer here to go for the reaction and then turn on the Rifleman. Hopefully, otherwise my Grenadiers are toast. Moving up here from the south, meanwhile, it seems like Backstage is a bit slow here on the uptake, perhaps not quite realizing the situation. MotoMoto realizing it, backs off, and so does Slayer, and then I fall back towards the center here before switching right to turn around there. We got Slayer with Overwatch featuring Jaegers, early warning systems for the fatherland, light Feldhaubitz Axine, and the sector assault. Then there's Rifle Squad here, going to need to retreat soon, MD-42 there, not quite in position. I will probably go for another MD-42 since we prefer the double, going to be a double MD-42 opening. We got here Grenadiers with Rifle coming up there, we got the punch to assist. There we go, going for the 2nd MD-42. As for Slayer, we got a truck out, so very light tier 1 there for the Overwatch, but a rare there. Pioneers swinging, then the Grenadiers will pull up here, as that should be able to beat the Rifle Squad up close. Machine gun holding up against the Rifle Squad there. They're a bit slow on the uptake, there we go, but still catching there, suppressing them. Rifle Squad, Pioneers of reactions right there. The Pioneer going to need a combo, and the other Rifle Squad has to retreat back soon as well. So a lot of action up north here. Slayer's making good progress there versus MotoMoto. And I take advantage of this push. It also got flamethrowers on the Pioneer since I'm up against the Americans. Chances are 9 times out of 10 they're not even going to lay down on mine, so mine was not a high priority. Lieutenant there for Backstage, MotoMoto with the captain. Rifle Squad there pushed back. So with this we're able to push it quickly and aggressively here. Opening up here for ambush training, which opens up for the ambush camouflage, but also gives my infantry access to sprint and my Pioneers. Moving up, we're going to go for a calf point pin. A bit risky here, and I was also planning the slight consumer to try and set up machine gun bunk here, though decide against that since I'd rather want some early Panther Grenadiers out from 2 infantry squads. I am below the typical advised infantry number I always, preach, so I'm going to go for the Panther Grenadiers first. Then maybe the penetration go for an MD-42. We got here Backstage setting out, and Lieutenant Dunn there, and we got grenades for Backstage. A sneaky little trick there. Sandbags up to help defend the around here, backing off there, since that does leave a bit of an otherwise, blind spot there. Meanwhile, see some points in these, could try and move harder for the eastern fuel point, but even then, just by going for the calf point, I'm creating a naughty obstacle for them. Jaegers out there for Slayer. Follows his Rifle Squad there. That said, I probably should be careful about this since I'm technically myself in a very static position. And of course, my opponent might go for a really big blob flank, which is, something I really should be keeping in mind. 2nd MD-42 on the way here, ambush camouflage. If I was going to go for this, I probably should actually set the machine gun to cut the first one there to help protect against such a blob flank. But there you go, huge swarm in there, and the grenades is going to get really uncomfortable with ambush training. There you go, though, quick suppress and getting killed there. Ambush training power gives the first strike bonus, which gives them extra accuracy on the sort of first few seconds. Machine gun there getting hammered though, and again, this is where 2nd MD-42 has been very nice. Machine gun wiped out there. Pioneers can't get it back. Pioneers are going to try and make the run for it. So again, just big swarm attack there from Backstage catch me off guard, and I end up wasting a Grenadier squad on this. I probably should have just retreated that one as well. Bad call there on me, but again, overall there, should have expected something like this. The grenades tend to be a bit rare in the early game, so there's an argument there that, you know, that's at least slightly forgiven, but even then, you know, I shouldn't have been leaving it that first forward. That was, I think, a bit too reckless for me, a bit too arrogant. So, thumbs down there to me. Graf coming up, they shouldn't smoke, very good. Even if he doesn't know there's a machine gun, he's assuming there's one, which is very sensible. And end up just retreating because, again, I just, you know he's going to just chuck a grenade at and wipe it. Got the Panzer squad out there, but yeah, definitely a bit of a rough moment here. Also in the west, Slayer has been pushed back here by MotoMoto, though he suffered less in the process. So, bit of a bad situation for both German players, which is pretty bad since the Germans in those situations actually risk getting locked out of the match. Quick sprint here to try and take advantage of the Ralph squad here, lone health by the center victory point. Sprint is pretty good on the Panzer Grenadiers, since getting allowed to get into the better ranges much faster without exposing much fire. In this case, also allows me to threaten the rear of these units and maybe go for bomb grenade and wipe. There you go, going in here. Hoping for a wipe here. 2-2 on the way for me to help stabilize things. I'd normally go for the 251, but in the current circumstances, I think I need the 222. Since again, I don't have much infantry for it to work with anyways. Return is pressed with info 2 pioneers running ahead here, but yeah. Bit of a bad situation. My Panzer seems to be up behind here to assist the Slayer here. Cause confusion there since currently in a better state. So while I'm trying to keep Backstage occupied here, I'm always, just trying to get some damage in elsewhere as much as possible. Armor coming out there. So I need to obviously replace my infantry losses, and that's pretty fast. And I need to do as much damage as possible as I can while not losing any more. We got the enemies there ready for MotoMoto. Captain on the way there, but both have actually gone for infantry. Always a bit not a fan of this because while it obviously means you get all of the good stuff, both of you at the same time, it does mean strategically you're a little less flexible. You have a slightly more narrow scope of arc, even that is a much more strong scope or arc or whatever in terms of capabilities. So definitely not something I'd recommend there. Folks, still in place with the advanced Ralph got north here, Captain backing up and tank falling back here for MotoMoto. Backstage got the Stewart light tank on the way. Ralph got falling back, Stewart 50 cal there, MD42 nearby. Academy on the way there. I'm going for a second armored car because again, I'm going to swing this around. I'm going to think I'm going to need light vehicles. Plus, in theory, they can also deal with stuff like the Stewart light tank somewhat if you get lucky and your units do what you want them to do. Sometimes, though, they don't, in which case you're going to feel sad. Moving in the armored car here in case they try to rush at it. Grenade off. Kills half the machine gun crew, and that's going to be a quick retreat then in case more appear. Gunnies coming from the south here. Up north, Slayer's lines are being tested here by MotoMoto, who has not researched grenades. Oh, and as I say that, he researches grenades. So these are two American players who both understand the value of grenades, which is quite good, and actually goes for them. So thumbs up there. Obviously, at the current time of playing, or during the playing, I was definitely not appreciative of it. From a more overall, detached point of view, that's pretty good. Panzer's grabbing the point here. Setting out the infantry, still light tank. Ambulance on the way there for Backstage as well. Fixing it on the car, still need more infantry. Also got quite a bit of munitions, so if possible, I should try and lay down some mines here and there. Some telemines, some S-mines could be a great investment, and of course upgrading the Grenadiers. Still moving heavy, armored car moving forward, MD42 moving in as well. Panzer Grenadier there. Could be upgraded with ambush camouflage, which I then proceed to do. Very good, me. Very good. Doing 40 in the Panzer Grenadier. Armor coming in to flank the Stewart. So you can get some hits on the rear armor. The Tuts can actually do quite a bit of damage to the Stewart. And we go with 2 armored cars moving in there. He's trying to do some damage there. But in this case, he's using quite line for it. We've got the MD42 there, which makes me slightly hesitant to dive in. Plus, I don't know what else wants to be there. Ford ambulance here for Backstage. Grenadiers about here. Armored car moving ahead here, gonna go for it with a Grenadier to support perhaps. And get off a Panzerfaust. Rushing in there, doing some damage to the Stewart. There we go, moving straight to the horde of American infantry. Grenadiers rushing forwards. And then the Panzerfaust basically bucks out. The order doesn't go through. Which forced me to pop off another Panzerfaust because again, that's great. And then I lose the Grenadier squad on top of the 222. So yeah. Several losses there again because an order didn't go through. You saw that briefly activate, then the member was killed instead of just bloody well having another guy firing it. For some reason, the order was cancelled. So I really got screwed over there. Lovely. Still got the Stuart though, so I count as a small win, but again, I really have to like focus on supporting Slayer here for a while and keep Backstage off our back, so I can't play aggressively until I rebuild my forces, so we shall see if I like to do that. Meanwhile, Slayer in the West been doing quite well versus MotoMoto. He's doing much better now. Got a anti-aircraft target there for MotoMoto. Got more Panther Grenadiers out, which is, you know, is good. If I can just get close enough to the infantry and land up to good positions, I can use some heavy damage here. Focus on the captain up north. Big push here with infantry, and forcing up the Panzer force there. Holding up in light cover. Smoke grenade off. Second Panzer squad moving in. Adding ambush camouflage for that one as well. Ambush machine gun. Bun grenades into the smoke almost, and then see he's backing off there out of the corner of my eye, up northeast, close to the enemy base. Of course, there's only so long he can hold up this position versus MotoMoto. And the forces will soon have to retreat. In the centre there, a bit of a build up. In the south here, charging into the pants back up in Info 2. There he goes, pressing the troops. And right here, though, he makes a slight fumble there. Bun grenade off in the retreat here. I don't get any wipes, I think, unfortunately, despite, you know, landing a bun grenade. Oh, I got one wipe. I actually didn't notice that first time around, but still got one wipe there. But, you know, technically, bun grenade and a huge retreating blob. Would have been nice to get more, but at least that slightly helps. It slightly brings us slightly closer to parity again, but he's still, you know, got a few edges there. Panzer there, push back the Rav squad. Machine locks in, be careful here soon. In the centre here, Jaegers focusing up against the American forces. Armoured coming forwards for Deutschland, flanking in the MD-42 there, getting some extra damage. Meanwhile, I'm taking hits, and at this point, I'm going to need to rush out some armour to, like, you know, hopefully get some edges here. Jaegers' Rav squad they're blasting away here at Slayer's men in the centre, half deck holding up the west side. He's got resources moving forwards. Panzer going to do Pioneers against Rav squad. Slayer here going for the Troopers of Fus. Not a big fan of that one. Definitely feel the time for that one is a bit awkward. He's probably for something a bit more aggressive. And there goes Stormtroopers appearing behind the machine gun. Except Heinz still runs in front of it. Not good, Heinz, but there go, rush the unit away. And of course, also a quick note, you know, big thank from patrons and supporters. Just remembered, yada yada yada. You know, do consider pledging and donating, and particularly since my birthday would be a nice little gift. And I guess always gonna comment, like, subscribe, share and subscribe, and press the bell button so the YouTube algorithms don't smother me in my sleep. Point here being seized. Just a quick note there. Always got to say that. Storms are routed. Grabbing points here. Panzer of the echelons. Panzer Grenadier firing over the mighty Sturmgewehrs. So I managed to build up my force now again, pretty much now exclusively made up of assault infantry of varying ranges. Forces Germans with the captain there, firing away there. Really intense actually, with a lot of back and forth there and some heavy losses. Mostly from making a few arrogant maneuvers or getting screwed over by bad luck. Anyways, Ralph's got Lieutenant Ford, they've got light machines there as well, so they're definitely firing up there for war, for freedom. Isn't that the same thing? In America, it is. Planning for Ralph's got Lieutenant. Panzer's moving forward, and forwards. Well, they're trying to sneak up that squad, but sadly, the camouflage isn't quite panning out there for me. Got the ambush machine gun ready. Back here, reinforcing. Same here for him. Stuart's got the Schwer Punter borders up there. We've got authorized as well. Now, that was a decent Stuart's barrage there. Didn't quite get any wide, but certainly hurt Backstage there a bit. We've got MotoMoto moving up to support. These halting on the western field there with the Reesten squad. Diploma Cup there for me and for Deutschland. Panzer's moving for the southern victory point. Got the half coming up there. Could pop some incendiary up his rounds here, which is that we do, trying to get a possible distracted half out there, but even then just it's nasty. Got the enemy MD-42 with one incendiary can put on the story suppressor to retreat there. More half tag out here from Backstage. Interesting choice to go for more half tags now rather than push for medium armor. Not entirely sure I'm a big fan of that one. Slayer meanwhile seems to more or less continue the entire western half of the map, which is a bit concerning. Medical supplies up there. Storm's coming up here to support the machine gun around to the 5th cal. That's going to be an immediate retreat. Reinforcing, healing. Panzer's the Pioneer sitting out. I'm starting to realise I might actually need a medic banker soon-ish. Gonna go for Panda 4 here in this case, since I need something again with some extra added into infantry. I'd probably go for Stutt to just hunt down the half-tech into some nasty damage. But the current circumstances makes me feel I need to go for the Panda 4 for a slightly more sensible manoeuvre. Focus Pioneer's been westwards. We got another mortar out for Backstage. An interesting choice there. Jaeger's focusing to support my side, it seems like. Slayer's decided, and that's going to work out better than needed. I'm not entirely sure which argument here to follow on that one, using the Pioneer to let my Panzers are going to do that, since I've got plenty of munitions. Part because I never meant to upgrade my Grenadiers before they got white, so got a big munitions hump. But there you go, Panzer IV on the way for me, building up here. Ground Lust and Victory Point with my Pioneers, bring up the center for the Panzers in MD42 again. If it's going to focus, then needs to focus on the rest of the map. It shouldn't be allowed us to be like too condensed onto one point. Panzers then winding out to see if we can do some repairs, closer to 2. Back in base, nothing further going on. Panzer IV halfway done. And for the captain. Get heavy fighting here. Panzer IV almost down there for me. That's for Slayer. Not enough fuel for that. Boost fires again here. Landing some hits on the mortar, half taking a bit out of things, but ultimately not the most impressive rocket barrage for them, unfortunately for Slayer. Schwer Pandercore's getting blasted. No orbs allowed in here, I think, for Slayer. Wouldn't hurt him maybe to get out some elite infantry. Panther 4 out. Adding the Pendulum in MD42. Fixing up the 2-2 and up north here. Pioneers still routed. We got finishing to us 391. Straight into the half track here. Slayer finds his men unfortunately suppressed. Panzer's Stormtroopers coming up here. And far off, the Fortress repel the lieutenant. Back here, bit of a line of defense. Panzer's Stormtroopers armored car Panther ready to make a push here. Panzer then need some healing again. Healing up here for now. Looking forward to running into a lot of American resistance. Panther, of course, buffs the Panther's flanks so they combine arms so they move faster and also take less damage. So within you footage there, that needs to be dealt with first. Smoking off here from the Stormtrooper line, the Panther's Stormtrooper ahead, who couldn't even sprint. Panther forward for the smoke. There we go, sprint here, which of course means combined with combined arms, they move really fast, as you might notice. Catching the troops here, also present on MD42. Mortar fire raining down there, Panther pushing forward here. Past the infantry, Stormtroopers, Panzer armor coming in, they're going to go for the mortar attack, maybe these just sent to the infantry. Heavy losses here on Backstage, infantry retreating here, trying to crash the infantry, they go forcing their way back, and taking here for MotoMoto. Panther down to less than half health here. Armored car backing off as well. Panzer there, Stormtroopers retreating. Back here, Pioneer standing about doing nothing. Up north for until they got in the trench. MotoMoto's gone for the major, but armor yet. Backstage also got the major out, but no sign of armor either there, in particular because he's gone for 2 mortar half tracks. The Exos, the captain of the pack cards are there, 75mm. Technically, they're really only used by the airborne and mounted infantry units, of which there are very few units of in Europe, from the Americans at least. I think there's like 1 on the western front at one point.
We just lost a unit.
He was flying here, pack cards are wiped out, a small win there for Slayer. For Deutschland. Slowly approaching close to pocket time. Machine gun cheating, Panther pushing releasing the fuel point, Panther 4 being fixed up by 2 Pioneers. Positive rifle squad there. This one's out there for MotoMoto. Molotov taking back here, Backstage moving up forces, and the center Slayer has got a bit of a build up. Nothing out of the Schwer Panther quarter. It's actually floating quite a bit of manpower, that's a bit risky. Grand releasing the fuel point. Going for more Panzer Grenadiers here. Could also build some fuel caches, wouldn't be a bad idea to be honest. Would not be a bad idea, quite the opposite. Panzer Storm from in, Pioneer from well, then cut the Panther 4. Got mine sweepers and packed up repairs, but also in case the Americans actually laid down mines. So there you go. Huge swarm infantry here, need armoured support to deal with that, and then of course the entering nearby not too great. Transport infantry, bomb grenade off here. Stormtroopers, Panther wing in, it could try to pop a smoke grenade here. Almost got the rifle squad here, Panther 4 striking the west side here, going for the machine gun there, in heavy cover. Looks like the Panther squad there also managed to survive. Machine gun wiped, in fact, Nemo man entering with the Panther 4 here, nasty hits. Slayer moving slowly northwards, but remaining, I think, much more static. And Pioneers in making a run for the MD42. He's making an attempt for it. Whether or not it succeeds is another matter entirely. It looks like I managed to reclaim it for the fatherland. Back here, a lot of troops holding back. Troops moving north steadily here for Slayer. Going for Yak Panzer, interesting choice there. You figure most would go for Panther Force here, but Slayer clearly has got other plans, maybe being sniped out. Rouse Court Lieutenant holding back. He got an alt half taking up there for Backstage. MotoMoto going for Sherman. Building a bunker there to heal all of my troops. The stormtroopers don't need it once the victory's won, but all of my Pentagoners might need it at this stage. So I go for the medic bunker. Coming up here, taking out the anti-aircraft after this small win. And we got the Panzers out there for Slayer. 1562 versus 1517. Americans certainly got map control here.
Awaiting orders.
And they're certainly parked quite aggressively. Fires again, gets a few kills in, and most otherwise kills a lot of squirrels. I'm coming from support in the north here, routing to the Yankees, and there we go, Sherman on the way there for MotoMoto. Backstage can also soon go for Sherman. I'm going for another Panzer IV. A 1.5 away from close the pocket. Sherman's heading out there.
A capture point is under attack.
North here, Jaeger's in trouble with the Sherman. Line held up here, mostly by ambushed machine guns and ambushed infantry. In case that's to get frisky. Pioneers moving towards the centre assist up here. Stormtroopers Panzers falling back there as well, so they got for some shenanigans. Second Panther almost done. Got the Panther which support in the north. Backstage creeping up here in the south. Second Panther ready. Ralph's got caught by the enemy for 2, then the ambush one, in fact both of them, and gets Stride more top and down one of the ambush machines to retrieve that one. Up the infantry in trouble with the Panther 4s. The infantry, Stride squad trying to hit into the Panther Stormtroopers line of fire. Second Panther squad opening up this wall with ambush, getting extra action and extra damage. Heavy losses here for MotoMoto on the cognitive time. Ralph's got Panther Stormtroopers moving forwards here. South front remains very inactive. Backstage using nothing to assist his teammate. Oh dear, I've lost the stormtroopers unfortunately. Wasn't paying attention, I think. And said got the anti-tank almost got Ralph here as well. And now, close the pocket! Which would definitely do quite a good job then in dislodging Backstage. Just need to grab the car point there and then hit the other car point with the brake supply line. Hope they haven't built a fuel cache, but they haven't because most players don't expect it. Panther 4's heading out there for ImperialDane. And then the center gun infantry lining up there, going from northern carve point. Just waiting to time this correctly so I don't mistime it. There we go. The Jericho trumpet. And then all hell breaks loose. Yeah. There we go. Suddenly, Backstage realizes he's in a lot of trouble. Has to get his unit out there. Sadly, couldn't get the machine out in time there. More tough tech. Apparently, the crew panics just about the bloody things. Oh dear, one crew is dead. So that's how it got abandoned. I was wondering what it's like out there in the open. Up north here, ambulance. Jackson getting away there. Units in the center got hammered. Machine in there, forced to retreat. So yeah, full frontal abandonment here by Backstage. Everybody's gangster until they hear the Jericho trumpet sounding. Anyways, two swing forwards here. More top taking a few hits there. He grabs it, and then he gets shattered by the... yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, completely just allows us to recapture the entire front line from the Americans. And I got a few kills. The most fun is just the part they're watching him panic with the mortar crews like, get out! What? Don't you mean get back? No, get out! I mean get in! Get out! I'm panicking! I can't take this! Big push here with Backstage. Got the Panther moving forward here for Deutschland. Backstage here for MotoMoto's Northern Infantry. Again, here come into tank drive grenades. In the south steady moving forwards. Got Backstage moving forwards here. Steady advance there. Straight into the ambush MB42. This time I got another ambush MB42 covering the first one. Some slightly better cover there. Jamming forwards here. For MotoMoto blasting here Slayer's infantry. Slayer here calling in the sector assault here to further disrupt Backstage build-up. In this case, catch the Sherman there. Infantry and all the other stuff, they're basically unharmed, it seems. Machine moving forward, probably a bad call there. We need to be honest, going for Stoughton, I don't deal with armor and vehicles. Troops suppressed, penned, as the Luftwaffe goes to town again. Panther moving out, mid Jackson for MotoMoto. Panther moving forward from the south. Panther getting hammered here by anti-tank. Captain man lost there. And I think, yeah, he's going for a King Tiger. No, he's starting to look like King Tiger with no tanks there for Slayer. Never a fan of that one. Definitely requires too much damage from them. Certainly puts more pressure on me to like do all the armored fighting here. So there you go. Stug 3G ready for Deutschland. Up north here, Panzer Court here. Definitely not great position to maneuver. And then there's very hard luck to just get wiped there. So, you know, thumbs down to me. Should have predicted that one. I should have seen that one coming. I didn't. I'm done. Panther being fixed up as push up. Up north, west, east. We got Slip and Portugal's infantry. Stug Spars going down. Hitting some damage. Nothing significant to be honest there. Got nothing to immediately support him with. Stug is still moving forwards. Slays him they're getting mauled out in the open. Panther almost fixed up. We got 294, 292. Ralph's got routed. Ralph between moving in. Panther's lieutenant. The Rifle squad. I need more infantry again, obviously. I very badly need more infantry again. 2 Panther squads is definitely not enough. Stug ready to pin up machine gun. Panther up north, good to go. Stug's hanging back. Panther cracks the Ralph squad, but caught with the anti-tank gun there. Quick risk using the Panther 4 and I need some armor support here. Since again, I can't expect armor support from Slayer after this one. The Panther going to seem to be going for the King Diamond now. Sham going for the Panther 4, good chance of losing that one unless it gets supremely lucky, which seems fairly unlikely. Storm's squad called in here. I'm not entirely sure why I called it in there though. I'm guessing I had some sort of idea it was just a panic move. I don't know. I mean, obviously one is Stormtroopers, but I don't know why I specifically called them in there. Panther 4 band, that's definitely bad for me. Lost the Pioneer squad. That is definitely also bad. And me on the southeast, Backstage slightly moved ahead again. Panther 4 Stug rushing westwards here. Fixing the Panther 4, moving in the Stug and Panther 4 well, denied them that. So obviously that's pretty bad. Taking the Sherman, taking him up here. Need to take out that Panther 4. Got it. Quick blitzkrieg here. Stug Spars going down there, causing some catches. Much MotoMoto's men, but not much. Slayer pushing forward with 3 infantry squads and 3 anti-Raketten there. Almost getting the jacks there. One more hit. Could take it out here. And with this as a back off, I've realised, hang on, it's time to push forwards again. At the point, it's too late since I already pulled too far back, but I still tried up in the north, but the southeast. Backstage pushed back any sort of attempt there by me to make progress. Panzer's the Major. Another Stug for me, another Sturmgeschütz. Backstage to build a fuel cache here. I imagine less out of a dire need for fuel and more dire need to prevent me from pulling off another close the pocket. Cheeky little bastard. Panther's doing in there, got a big smoke screen here. Anti-tank almost cleared out, shining forwards. Which case turns out wasn't too late for me, maybe to get some damage in. Almost got the Sherman here. Heavy damage there around the centre bit of advanced station. 2-2 getting hammered. Sherman knocked out. Small win for Deutschland. And can of course also destroy the anti-tank here. Apparently I'm not aware of it. Second Stug arriving there in the south here. Backstage will pressure the lines here of the 2nd Panzer unit. Got the Storms of the Panthers holding up. Closing on the east level there. Bit of diciness there. Slayer ground northern point. Leaving the anti-tank gun behind. Stug Panther being pulled back. Further south, no further going there for me. Got the mission for another close the pocket. Just need the mission for correct supply, and then of course I need to somehow deal with that fuel cache. Northeast. Stu will strike off, killing several infantrymen under MotoMoto's command. MotoMoto's definitely having less great time. Backstage doing quite fine. Another Jackson there for Backstage. Moving ahead, he engages the spot for the fuel cache on the brake, or the munitions cache on the car point there, and see that it's done that, so that quite makes things a bit more challenging. Since again, it looks like the way to break Backstage once more is going to be catching with a close to pocket. He, of course, is aware of that. Storms from Panthers commenting up the rear got bazooka drop there. Ace level there gained. Smoking it up from the Stormtrooper. Oh, I misclicked. Popping up incendiary grenade, but it seems like Backstage thought I was also chucking a smoke grenade and retreated. Incendiary machine gun, they're being routed. Oh, the Shrap Particles went up in flames thanks to the mortar after they're firing the M56 fuse, or delayed fuse cycles of barrages. Machine gun there. Oh, that's a bazooka that's left behind. That's another support weapon. More Stump in here for Slayer. Get him out close to the King Tiger. Jackson wing forward. So that's a lot of Jacksons for the Americans. Plus a lot of bazookas, a lot of infantry. We got 265, 292. And the question, of course, becomes how do we deal with all of this? Because in particular, Slayer Backstage, I mean, he's got a lot of firepower that makes it hard for him to like easily push up. So you can like either lay down a significant smoke screen and push head on, or we need to flank them. As I decided in this case to flank. Specifically, I'm going to make use of this particular path on the map. There's also a similar up north here. And technically, these are not covered up, but we're basically clear out the wire here. They sneak up, then get behind them for a bigger push there. How good it's going to be is, of course, another matter entirely, but that is the plan I've actually decided on. Bring in my armoured car, and my best Panzer Grenadier, leaving the other troops to try and keep him occupied here. We'll have to see how this works out. This is obviously a bit of a challenge set up there. But theoretically, again, hard push into the flank and just do a lot of damage from an angle they do not expect. Smoke screen off here. Another Stoop for me. Stomp's in a bit of trouble. Meanwhile, pushing out here, and we got the King Tiger out finally here for Slayer. He's also got another sector assault ready. Third Stoop halfway done. And we got the mechanized ready done, double hitting from the Jackson. Just waiting for that push. I'm not entirely sure what I'm waiting on actually. I think it's another Panther squad because we got lost there. At the same time, I can't afford to like wait too long for this either, since it leaves one team and expose it. It's honestly really risky to some degree. Actually kinda dumb since I'm doing spending too much time on this, to be honest. Like I should have just like, you know, pushed in faster, but that's that. Hindsight and all that, but again, I'm definitely not doing this efficient as good, but then again, I'm not doing it very often, so obviously I'm a bit inexperienced with it, but you know, still worth pointing out, I could be doing that a lot better, but there you go. Sort of movies is pushing forwards here. Also made a mistake going for that Stoop, because that means down to the fuel for the breakthrough, which is actually an important part of this, to actually speed up everything, but there you go, moving in here. Getting spotted by the point here, catching the Jackson there. And then they all miss in the first volley, calling in the assault air support here. They're catching back in a pretty bad position now. Stoop down, Panther getting 2 Panthers moving forwards here. More Tapper not taken out. Jackson taking hits. King Tiger going in here. And with this though, even like, you know, took some time some other things in the end. It actually ended doing some good work here. So it broke Backstage position at least somewhat. Caused them some losses, some damage. Armored Cop north here, trying to clear out the fuel cache there. With limited luck. Got the Jackson, there's the 2 Jacksons down. We've got not to throw away more Stooks. Almost got a racing squad here. I mean, again, Backstage was got to broken. Almost got another Jackson over the Stook, but there's a chance of losing it here. Yup. It somehow didn't lose it. Then lost it to an anti-tank rifle grenade. That was obviously a bit of a bad call there by me. Still, again, in the end, the assault at high cost managed to do, you know, what I'm supposed to, which completely rout Backstage. I guess sort of half a thumbs up, like, you know, wobbly thumb. Like, you know, kind of alright there, kid, but you can do better. 3 start there for MotoMoto. Koenigsegg moving forwards. Fuel cache being wrecked. Up slowing down the income, but they're actually opening out for a few too close to the pocket becomes necessary. We've got just 210. Stupid as far as again here into the base. I meant to get some wipes there. Decimating MotoMoto. That was a great strike. Up north here we got the Sturmpowers to the Lieutenant. So most of the map is now thoroughly German.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
And even Backstage is reeling. So in the end, yeah. Again, could have been extra to the best, but in the end, the assault did its job. It completely threw off the Allies by catching them from, an angle they weren't expecting, and then Slayer moved in there, basically pulling off a pincer attack. So, 2 thumbs up there to Slayer for reading my intentions and coordinating well, because I was an idiot and didn't tell him about it at all. So again, thumbs down there to B on that one. At least he was able to read it. So good work, Slayer. Good work. Because I really should have told him about that. Definitely one of my major weaknesses. And it's got Ace Pants there ambushing the Lieutenant, quickly pushing him back there. Stuka need repairs. Going back at that point. Backstage moves ahead here for freedom and democracy. Mine's going off. We've got booby traps from Slayer. 2 thumbs up. On that one. Got ambush machines. Got an ambush 50 cal. Well, soon to be ambush 50 cal, manned by Panzer Grenadiers. That's going to be a nightmare for the Americans. Ooh, artillery fire here in the German positions from MotoMoto's Priest. Still calling that. Graham needs some film with a major. Lieutenant here's the folks going to do in the Jaegers. Pack Howitzer there. Actually 2-3 kills. Now the Sherman from MotoMoto. Backstage. Well, he's got plenty of infantry, but and a that's in the 350 count, but not so much else besides that. Ralph's got routed here. So advance to Backstage. King timing up there for Slayer. Packard with 3 kills. And Priest with 0 kills. Now the Sherman's almost down there for MotoMoto. These step hands and Storms catching the major. Meanwhile, we got Backstage slowly advancing still. Another Stu for me. Jackson fighting the Koenigsegg. Got the Sherman out there for MotoMoto. Big push here by Backstage. Machine caught off guard here. And a grenade possibly villain. No, not popping grenade pants moving forward here. They're flanking the force in response. Doing some nasty damage to the transport there in the middle of the all taking negative cover. Need to retreat, but that doesn't happen now. Oh, managing narrowly here. Heavy damage there to Backstage infantry. Stu being pushed back. Stomps appearing on the other flank, almost taking out the 50 cal. Failed to pop the tactical advance, which probably could have allowed it. Sham rushing forwards now here for MotoMoto to assist his teammate here in the ruins of, I don't know what that was supposed to be. Maybe a storage yard of something. Some sort. Stu coming back. $50 cal there for Backstage. I've scored something out there for Mr. Backstage.
We've dropped to 100 points. Send your orders.
97 points for Backstage.
On the front line.
Oh, for the Allies, I mean not just Backstage.
Ready for capture
Setting
point
me.
is being
I've scored
overrun.
something westwards. Slayer's older building. Howard's nice lost his stickers at first. Jaegers folks right here in the center encounters some nasty American resistance. Slow push up here by Backstage once more. Panzer hiding out behind the remnants of what was once a wall. I assume it was a wall.
The enemy is down to 75 points.
Panzer is here. They'll quickly overwhelm, just retreat. No point in fighting without engagement. Physical hiding out there. For some reason, the ambush camouflage is not activating. My God, Jürgens, that's not ambush camouflage. That's gift wrapping. Und it's pink, you idiot. Find the right stuff. West side here, King Tiger's sneaking in some damage before falling back. Got the artillery strike here from Backstage. I'm imagine somewhere in Slayer's positions. No, it's on me actually, apparently.
Our bunker can now
Moving away all my infantry, time machine retreating. Backstage pushing forwards, taking advantage of the artillery to push ahead there. Straight into the ambush, 50 cal. We got the stormtrooper into the trench, pants flank up behind. Heavy damage here. Backstage keeps up the attack.
We have lost an MG.
Machine gun cleared out there. Stormtrooper about to get wiped out. Keep losing units to that blob and me underestimating it. Really bad habit. The Kendra's an MU-42. Obviously lose that. Pants quickly get wiped out. Lost another Stu to the Russian bazooka blob.
Enemy has destroyed a Panzer.
Going for more Panzer gonna be there. But at least didn't lose the Stormtroopers. Need to get the Stu out of there, calling another Stormtrooper squad.
We have a forward structure.
Looks like I'm not getting the Stu out in time because I'm moving the Stormtrooper towards the cutoff point. New squad.
Frontier building has
Because I'm gonna go for another close the pocket. So I thought until they got pinned down.
We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
Pearson's routed. I'm still got enough munitions for a brick supply line into close the pot, which is 280 munitions. We got 28, there's 210. King Tiger being pushed back here. Fortress here versus the Sherman. Calling in air support here. Pushing forward for freedom and democracy. Troops getting ready here for another push for Deutschland. Panzer Storms from the student beaten dining repairs here. Sherman caught here, but the Luftwaffe is torn to bits by cannon fire. I can't think move straight to the light machine gun blow up there, then suppressed. More suppressive fire, closing in on that break supply line, plus the pocket combo. Troops coming up at the eastern victory point. 21 versus 28, Brad's got right in the centre. Seconds away. A second away, less than that, fan. There we go. As soon as I can, I think I pop it. As soon as I set, Dane, come on, you're keeping us waiting here. You lazy bastard.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Just ring out there. Pushing forward to the infantry. I'm still not popping it. It's unbelievable. Have I not been paying attention? Apparently not. I'm just distracted by other things. That's definitely disappointing though. There we go. There we go. Jericho trumpet sound. And soon it's time to let the hammer fall a second time on the skulls of the Americans. There we go. Quick retreat from the infantry. Department being caught here in the striking artillery fire there. Forcing a full retreat here. Got an anti-tank. This is the Kednever probably. Got the ambulance. Guessing that's the second ambulance. In fact, I got with that, and then there's another wreckage. 50 cal, they almost wiped out as the fire juice keeps raining down here. And with that, the Americans once more find themselves completely routed, leaving the victory points open. And the Americans thoroughly exercised. Another stew gone away there for me. Got 18 points left. 17. Going for the centre and the western victory points. Panzer Storms coming ahead here. Lieutenant rushing forwards. Artillery firing down there. As Backstage tried to keep him off it, but doesn't quite work out there for him. Lieutenant here routed. We got 13 versus 204. None of the victory points being controlled by anyone here in the centre. The Lieutenant routed. The west side here point being seized with the echelons. East side here, Panzer popping up on grenade into the midst of Backstage infantry. Ground the southern point here, or the eastern point with the machine gun, which is ambushed. And ace level. 13 versus 204. Infantry moving straight to the ambush machine gun. Stuart holding back here in reserve. Second streak arriving. Troop reinforcing healing. I could consider 250 and a half tank actually. It wouldn't be half bad now. Ambulance halfway down there for Backstage. Stuart engaging the Jackson. Popping out the crew, but against an ace machine gun. And of course the stupid machine gun. There you go. MotoMoto backstage, realise the fight's been lost and surrender. GG, a brutal fight here on Stadtschutt with the start, quite frankly, shot to pieces. So there you go. Hope you got this match. I learned something from it. If you subscribe, like, share, comment on it. I hope you tell your friends, tell your family, don't tell enemies. And of course, do consider donating or pledging on Patreon to support the Propagandacast. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope you'll tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.